AI coding agents are changing how developers build software, but ask one to fetch on-chain data such as token balances, wallet history, or DeFi positions, and it all falls apart. They hallucinate endpoints, guess field names, and don't know exactly which chains are supported or how to handle with detailed pagination. The problem isn't AI. It's that no one trained them how blockchain APIs actually work. In this video, I'll show you how Moralis Onchain Skills can turn Claude code into a Web3 native coding agent with structured knowledge of Moralis API endpoints. We'll build an amazing whale tracker app with just one prompt using Claude code, leveraging the Onchain Skills and Moralis API. Let's get started. Quick context. What are skills? Skills are structured knowledge files that live inside your project. They teach Claude Code how to use specific tools like APIs, the same way a developer would learn from reading the documentation. Except these AIs read this instantly and apply it every time. Moralis open sourced 3 on-chain skills on GitHub. The Learn Moralis skill understands Moralis capabilities and routes you to the right tools. The Data API skill endpoint covers wallets, tokens, NFTs, DeFi, prices, and blockchain data across 40 EVM chains, also on Solana. And the Stream skill offers real-time blockchain event monitoring through webhooks. Each skill contains endpoint rule files with exact paths, parameters, response structures, and example payloads. When Claude builds something, it reads from these rules first, so it never guesses. Alright, let's set this up. Open up a terminal, navigate to your desktop, and create a new folder called Onchain Skills. Then go into that folder, and once you're in there, run this command. This pulls the skills directly from GitHub and drops them into your project. You just have to select them, press the spacebar in each of them, and press enter. Then when you get here, you want to click Claude Code, press enter, project, symlink, and install that. For the next step, we need a Moralis API key. So head to moralis.com, log in or create an account, and then you'll be sent here, the admin dashboard. Just copy your API key and head back to the terminal. Once you're back in the terminal, you just open up your code editor. And then in this code editor, I created 2 files ahead of time, but all you do is you right click new file and you create these files just like this, .env and .getignore. In the .env file, you have a variable set up this way. It's just called API key equals, and you're going to paste in your API key here. This is a private file. You don't share this with anybody, so I'm not going to do this on screen. But with the .getignore file, you just need to type in .env, and that just hides it from Git. And at this point, we're all set up with the API key. Now that we're back in the terminal, I want to show you a quick tip. If you just type in Claude, let that open up, type /learn Moralis, enter. And Claude's going to basically walk you through the full platform, what endpoints are available, what data you can fetch, and how everything fits together. It's like having the docs built in right in your terminal. And here's Claude breaking down everything that we need and what we need to know essentially to work with this. Just a helpful tip, and you can always come back to that. Alright, here's where the really fun part starts to happen. We already set up our Moralis API key inside of the project, so it's ready to go. We can just open up Claude and tell it to utilize this skill. So we can say, find me the Ethereum balance for this address. And that's Vitalik's address. So what it's doing now is it's going through the project. It's going to try to find the .env file with the API key, and it's going to use that API key to fetch this balance from the blockchain. And the Learn Moralis skill is basically it's allowing Claude to read through the documentation, how to use the API key, and how to fetch that balance. So it looks like it found it. Let's see what it returns. There we go. So it looks like Vitalik has 32 ETH currently at that address. Pretty neat. That's the core value of Moralis skills. AI isn't guessing anymore. It's actually reading the documentation in real time every time. Now here's something really powerful. You don't even need to know what to build. You can just ask Claude something like, based on Moralis skills you have, what's the most impressive demos that you can build me right now? So I enter that. It's going to read through the skills, and let's see what it comes up with. Check this out. This is so cool. So Claude just returned back all these suggestions thanks to the on-chain skills, and it can build any of these apps for us. So like a full wallet intelligence report, a whale tracker, I mean, all this stuff. So we can just tell it to do like create a 1-page whale tracker app. So now it's going to, Claude is basically just going to utilize the API, and it's going to create a whale tracker app, a one pager, and it's going to produce a really cool front end for us. And this is just the power that we can utilize with the API from Moralis, and also, you know, Claude helping us out big time. The fact that Claude is reading these skills and it's actually understanding the documentation and what is possible with the Moralis API. I mean, the sky's the limit. We can just build the coolest apps in the world. So let's see what Claude produces for us. All right, this is absolutely incredible. Look what Claude Code just whipped up for us, thanks to the Moralis Onchain Skills and obviously the Moralis API. So this is the front end that it created. It's a whale tracker. I can type in an address here, or I can just click on any of those addresses over here. And it's using the Moralis API to fetch the data from this address. And Claude put it into like a really nice UI that we can just kind of view everything in a clean way. But look how cool this is. I mean, we can see from Vitalik's address, you know, his NFT collection, profit and loss, risk approvals, recent activity, token holdings. It's amazing. And the power of the Moralis API has just become so clear when you see it in a view like this. All right, quick recap. Moralis Onchain Skills gives Claude Code structured knowledge of the Moralis blockchain API endpoints, wallets, tokens, NFTs, DeFi prices, and real-time streams across 40 plus EVM chains. Install the skills today. Add your API key into your project. Type /learn Moralis to get started, or just ask Claude what to build. It reads the API endpoint rules, follows the exact spec, and ships working code with no hallucinating endpoints. The demo code from today's video and the open source Onchain Skills repo are both in the description. Get your API at moralis.com today, and if you want to see what else these skills can do, just let me know in the comments. I'll build that in the next video. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next one.